Good afternoon, everyone. I am Samantha from Urban Casual. Hit me a thumbs up if you're checking in today so I can see that you're here. Just a minute till we get started. I'm just waiting on a few things in the background here to make sure they're going okay. But welcome everyone to another Thursday edition of Locals Talk Local Matters for April 29th, 2021 in Cochrane, Alberta. We're at the end of April, folks. We're heading into May, and hopefully that means the weather is going to start looking up, because I don't know about you, but I need the sun. I think we've had winter, and I'm ready to get on with gardening. So while I'm on the topic of gardening, there is actually a really great article on our website written by Calandra Caulfield of the Backyard Harvest Project, and she has done the top 10 things that you need to know about gardening in Cochrane. So after I'm done this broadcast, I will be sure to pop that link into the credits for you so that you can go read her article, because if you're new to Cochrane, this is definitely something that you're going to want to know. And if you've been living in Cochrane a while and you've been wondering why your gardens are failing, there's probably a reason for that, and Calandra can definitely give you some guidance on that. So I will definitely pop that article into the links after I'm done with this broadcast. Now, in Cochrane, it's a little thin on events, so we're going to take a little bit of a different approach today, and I'm going to update you about some things that are going on around town, a bit of news, things like that. Now, the first thing has to do with some volunteers. This is on a provincial scale, so no matter where you are in Alberta this weekend, you will want to be mindful of it. There is actually a volunteer highway cleanup this weekend. This is done on behalf of Alberta Transportation, but local organizations like churches, schools, Girl Guides, Scouts, they can actually tackle areas of the provincial highways themselves. And for every 100 kilometers of road that they clean up, they are, or I think, sorry, every 1 kilometer of road that's cleaned up gives them $100. So it's a great opportunity for local groups to volunteer their time and to get some money for their organization. But you will want to watch for them on the road this weekend, okay? They will be in orange vest, and there's over 9,000 kilometers of provincial highways that they will be maintaining this weekend. So if you are out and about on a provincial highway, be sure that you're looking out for those volunteers. Also, another volunteer opportunity coming up. Now, this is for 2 organizations in town. Members of the board are needed for the Friends of the Cochrane Public Library Society, as well as the Boys and Girls of Cochrane. Now, these are both 2 great organizations in town that do a lot of really great things for our community. So if you are looking to volunteer some of your time and check out some great organizations in town, these are some opportunities for you that you can reach out to. If you want to know more about those, you can't find the information or something, just reach out to me, but I'll include the link after this. We have one more day for this last one. Now, I've been bugging you all month for this. If you haven't made a nomination yet, go do it. One more day, people. You're going to want to nominate a Cochraneite who is doing good in their hood. Now, there are lots of people out there doing great things, so go check out the categories and see if you can make a nomination for something. The deadline for that is tomorrow. You can do it online. It is super easy at www.ccawards.ca. Now, just a little word to all the people in our community that do volunteer. Thank you. Cochrane, you have some of the best volunteers in all the land, and you should be very lucky to have them. They exist in many functions, whether it's through organizations, food drives, the Humane Society, but without volunteers in our community, it wouldn't spin the way it does. So thank you for all that you do. Another community organization that is run by volunteers, one that's very close to my heart as well, is Home Reno Heaven. Every Tuesday is 10% off. So if you're looking for some home rental projects and you want to save a little bit of money, this is a great organization in town. The store is at 136 Charlesworth Ave, and it is open 6 days a week. Now, like I said, it is mostly volunteer driven. all the proceeds from this store go to affordable housing in Cochrane. So if you have any home rental leftovers, light fixtures, paint, that type of thing, carpet ends that could be reused by somebody else, there's just enough left. Or if you're looking for just like a small do-it-yourself project and before you head into Calgary for that one last thing, check out Home Rental Heaven and see if they've got what you need, because all that money does stay in the community and it's a great organization as well. Also, they have clothing and textile bins in front. There's 3 locations. There's some at Spray Lake, Sawville Recreation Center, and there's also some over by the butchery block and in front of Home Rental themselves. But you can drop off clothes that have holes, they're stained, they're no good for the clothesline, but they're good for something, and they get turned into affordable housing as well. Like I said, I am super passionate about affordable housing in Cochrane, so I'm not going to shut up about that. But 10% off every Tuesday. And if you hit up their Facebook page on Saturdays, they have a special deal that's only good for that day, and that changes every week. So I don't actually know what that one is, but check it out this Saturday. Now, a couple notes from the town of Cochrane that you'll want to be mindful of, because nobody likes getting their car towed. Street cleaning is still on. They may have already done your community. We did have a snowfall, so some areas did get delayed. So just check out Cochrane.ca if you're wondering if they've been through your area. Now, they will post the signs on the streets way ahead in advance, so you're not surprised that your car got towed. But yeah, definitely remove that car so they can do what they need to the first time that they need to and save us all money on that and get the job done. So street sweeping as well as the free composting, there is 2 dates for this. One is coming up May 1st and the other is on May 15th. Now, if you haven't gone and got compost before, you're going to bring your own shovels and your own tools, that supplies, that type of thing. It is available in the parking lot kind of just above the Cochrane Ranch House off of Highway 22 as you're heading up towards Sunset. Hit me up if you need information on that, but I did post a post earlier today about the details of that. Now, an event that is happening this weekend, and happens every weekend until May 30th, so you got a couple more chances to get in on this. The pop-up spring market runs every weekend until May 30th. It starts on Friday night at 6, closes at 9. It runs both Saturday and Sunday. One starts at 10, Sunday starts at 11, and both days end at 4. This week, there will be a food truck there called Tasca Picante, but it always includes local vendors that you can support in our community and help, support little local businessmen who are making a go at their little side gig maybe, or maybe it's their full-time gig. But lots of really interesting things happening down at the Social Spot. If you haven't been there yet, the Social Spot is at 609 First Street West. That is tucked in behind the Fast Gas around and across from the Mountain View Car Wash. Definitely go if you haven't been. Lots of events happening in there. It's all COVID friendly. Be prepared to wait outside. There's numbers and things like that. But definitely a great local market to check out. And let's see what else we have on our list. Couple things. Like I said, there wasn't very many events, but there was enough stuff that I thought that we may as well just do a roundup. All right, Big Hill Haven. I mentioned this last weekend. They have an upcoming online course for supporting the supporters. So now this is for anybody who is interested in wondering how to support someone in their lives who is maybe the victim of domestic violence. Right, all the information is on their website, www.bighillhaven.com. The first one starts on May 5th, so you want to check this out sooner than later. It runs from 5:30 until 7. It is free, but it's a great chance to brush up on some of those connection skills with people who maybe need some of that help in our community. And way into next week, but the first Friday of the month, so I'll mention it because I know that there's a lot of people who are still working from home, and maybe you have kids doing school from home right now too, and you need a couple hours a week to get away to yourself. Well, the first Friday of the month, you can check out the Corner Coworking and see exactly what it's all about for yourself. So from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can drop in and pop up a hot desk and do some work for the day and see all the amenities that Mark and the gang have to offer. And yeah, check out the coffee, great coffee. And I think on Fridays, there's something about grilled cheese, but You'll have to check in on that one for yourself to find out. But definitely a great space to get work done. One more thing from Urban Casual side, I did a big roundup, which I just updated this morning. So it should be fully up to date with every restaurant in town that is offering patio service, takeout, delivery, either by their own driver, Skip the Dishes, or DoorDash. All that information is on our website. So if you are looking to support our local restaurants during these restrictions, it's all right there, folks. So go hit up that article. Let me know if I've missed someone, because there's a lot more restaurants in this city or in this town than there used to be. So definitely just reach out to me and let me know, especially if you end up getting a patio and you're on one of those other lists. Let me know that too, because I know that there's still some of you trying to throw together a patio. So definitely update me on that. And one last thing that I would like to say to the community today. I've spent a little bit of my morning kind of browsing some Facebook groups, and I'm going to take a moment to say something really nicely. But there are some cantankerous issues heading around town right now. There is always things that people don't like, things that people want to complain about in our community. So because I saw quite a bit without actual action, I would like to encourage everybody to, before you complain about something that you think our counselors did or didn't do, maybe go look into that or reach out to one of them and ask if that's something that they did or didn't say. Go back and watch the council meetings every time that there is one. They are live streamed, so you can watch them and listen to them. They're on YouTube for your viewing pleasure whenever you have time, right? I get really annoyed when I see people complaining about things that are very easy to solve, because the information is actually there for you to find out. So I want to encourage people to be a little bit more proactive instead of just complaining. And if you don't understand something that's going on, ask. I'm pretty sure our town councilors are more than willing to field your questions. I think the town administration is also pretty good at answering questions. But just most importantly, I want to take a moment to tell everyone to be a little bit more of an activist instead of a complainer, because there's lots of opportunities in Cochrane, and it's a really great place to live. And I would really hate to see people get caught up in things that aren't happening just yet. All right, so pay attention, read the newspaper, stay involved, but mostly listen to those council meetings. They are really important. They're super easy to engage in. It's not hard to put it on as like a podcast while you're doing your work. I will admit it's not always super entertaining, but neither is life. And if you're paying taxes in this town, taxes aren't super entertaining either, but I would at least like to know what they're going towards. All right. So that is me on my little bit of a soapbox today. But I know that there is an election coming up, and there's going to be lots of things that people are talking about that are going to get people really upset or, cranky. So do your due diligence, reach out, ask questions. No one will say no to your questions. In fact, I think they'll welcome them, because without your questions, it's really hard to know what you stand for and what you want. And it looks like my internet is doing something. So I will leave everybody there, but I will be back again next Thursday, sometimes with a guest and sometimes with more soapbox things to complain about. But I'll be back next Thursday for another edition of Locals Talk, Local Matters. I'll see you next week, Cochrane. Bye.